Podcast Network. This is the Lifestyle Live Podcast.
Faces you know and a team you can trust. Stories that form your heart. Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
Prepare for a soothing and educational bedtime routine with Goodnight World Season 2. On this Lifestyle Live podcast episode, we learn how children and their families can embark on a journey of meditation and mindfulness techniques to unwind before bedtime. Hosted by Sesame Street's very own Gabrielle, each episode features a calming story narrated by various Sesame Street characters, a guided sleep journey, and so much more. This is the Lifestyle Live podcast on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
If the people in the home are a little crankier than usual, it could be lack of sleep. Goodnight World Season 2 is aiming to help families with this problem. Samantha Snowden, Dr. Rosemary Trulio, and Sesame Street's Gabrielle join us now to discuss mindfulness and meditation. So Samantha, tell us how the Headspace is working to support caregivers and families across the nation.
Absolutely. So we're so excited to release our Mindful Parenting collection just in time for this busy back to school period. It's really designed for parents to use on the go. You know, whether they're taking their child to school or packing lunches, these are solutions and some advice and really good conversations about things like avoiding the comparison trap as a parent, or just building your confidence and your assuredness as a parent, and then dealing with acute need states like when your child's having a hard time or having a tantrum, or you're having a hard time knowing what to do and dealing with difficult situations. So we're so excited to be releasing this, especially at this time.
Absolutely. And Rosemary, we also hear that Sesame Street worked with Headspace to release a second season of the Goodnight World podcast. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Sure. This is a wonderful podcast series, and we're excited about this second season because children need to learn how to engage in these meditation and mindfulness techniques to help them calm down their minds and their bodies from very busy days and to get rest and a good night's sleep. So it starts with these wonderful wind-down stories that your Sesame Street friends, Gabrielle and her friends, engage in their wonderful imaginations to tell these stories. And then it eases into what we call a sleep journey to continue with that imagination story with a Headspace meditation teacher, and then goes into these soundscapes to help you finally go into a restful state. And Gabrielle, you've been telling some wonderful stories with your friends.
Yeah, I used my imagination with my friend Abby. We couldn't play outside because it was raining, but we were calm about it. We used our imagination to think of flying bikes, and I put on my helmet. It was yellow and had stickers of bunnies on it, and I was flying through the sky. It was so much fun.
Oh my goodness, that I'm more relaxed already just hearing you talk. It's so much fun, and bedtime sometimes for kids can be a negative thing in their mind. You know, they don't want to go to sleep. You know, they want to stay up later. How is this helping parents? You know, obviously it would be beneficial for the whole family if this is a fun experience.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, kids have tough times with transitions, and you know, when you're coming off a very busy day, it's like, well, now I have to go to sleep. Who wants to go to sleep? You know, sleep is boring. Well, sleep is critical. It's so important. And having a routine and having this podcast series as part of your routine to help you transition to a quiet time and then ease into sleep time. Right, Gabrielle?
Oh, yeah. To ease into sleep time, I like to do belly breathing. Have you ever done belly breathing, Miss Kayla?
Can you please teach me belly breathing?
Yes. Okay.
So, do it together. Yes.
We can do it together? Okay. Let's do it. Yeah. Put your hands on your belly. Are your hands on your belly?
They are.
Okay. Now say breathe in.
Breathe in.
Breathe out.
And breathe out.
Breathe out.
Do it one more time. Breathe in.
Breathe in.
Breathe out.
Breathe out.
Breathe out.
Do you feel relaxed, Miss Kayla?
I do feel relaxed. I'm going to try this at home with my son tonight. He's 4.
Oh,
Great.
I'm 6.5.
Well, that's a fun age. I'll have to tell him I met you today.
Oh, tell him I said hi.
I sure will. I'll show him this. So for this podcast, is this something that the whole family should listen to together?
Absolutely. Both the Mindful Parenting Collection and the Goodnight World content can be listened to as a family. And these are mindfulness tools that not only help during transition periods like falling asleep and kind of adjusting to becoming restful, but it helps kids with emotion regulation. And these are skills that set them up for success at school, but also for the rest of their lives. So it's the gift that keeps giving.
This is amazing. I like to give my son choices at bedtime. So it's either a book or, a back rub or whatever. So I'm going to add a podcast to the routine. I think he'd really enjoy that. Thank you so much for joining us.
Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Lifestyle Live Podcast. Thank you for listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And connect for even more on Facebook and at lifestylelive.tv.
Faces you know and a team you can trust. Stories that form your heart.